Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Warm welcome to the EVES auction room here this afternoon for our 1 o'clock session. We've got 8 wonderful properties here for you today. My name is Grant Child. My role is to simply facilitate proceedings here today and assist you on the final leg of your journey towards property ownership and, of course, selling your properties as well. I don't do it by myself. Robin Chin looks after all the technology here in the auction room. I've got a great team that work with me. Jordan Sebright, good friend, fellow auctioneer, will be presenting the properties in the 2 o'clock session, so you'll meet him then. Otherwise, I've got Mark, Gordon, Jill and Karen on hand here today. Obviously, if we don't reach the seller's reserve price, I can't sell the property to you at that level, but we're not going to deny you any opportunities. We'll simply pause the auction and one of the team will step in and you can continue those discussions with our owners today, and we'll see if we can help you secure the property. In which case, if we do reach agreement, it will come back to me. I'll make any necessary amendments, and of course the property will then be put to the floor and sold to the highest bidder. But be very clear, folks. If we don't sell today, anybody can come forward with an offer after I formally close the auction, and that does include conditional buyers. And I can tell you now, there is a raft of them out there, not in the elite position of you as you are, and that is in that cash unconditional position. So let's have a quick review of the documentation, the buyer's and seller's guide. Well, that's been circulated for over many years, available to understand as you come into the auction room. So we've provided that to you, but let's go straight to the important document, of course, which is the contract of sale. Also been supplied in draft form. Finalised copies are also available on that same stand. Any amendments to those contracts along the way, I will alert you to that prior to inviting your bidding. I will take the liberty of going back and just covering off a couple of important points out of the conduct of auction. We've superimposed that on the screen for you. The only 2 things I just want to mention as far as that is concerned, one is your obligations immediately on completion of the auction is obviously to pay your deposit, equaling 10% of the purchase price unless you've made prior arrangements with the sellers. And of course the second one is to, of course, autograph that contract, and that seals the deal for you. So that's about all I really need to cover, apart from what we call vendor bidding. So I'll touch briefly on vendor bidding because it's very important, folks. So a lot of people out there still think vendor bids are used to try and push the price up. That's never been the case. Vendor bids are simply a technique that I will use as the auctioneer to submit a bid on behalf of our seller. I'm the only one authorised to submit that bid, and it is only used well below the seller's reserve price. It's a technique that I use if I've only got one person participating in the auction, and it is used to get you to that negotiating platform that I referred to. I'll be disclosing all vendor bids to you, so no hidden agenda and total transparency at the EVES auction. So without further ado, I'm quite happy to move on unless there's any questions out there. We'll take the opportunity of welcoming all our viewers watching via the live stream as well. Of course, our auctions go out over the World Wide Web, so welcome along to those that are watching via the live stream. I want to take particular mention today of one of our colleagues who is an avid supporter of our auctions here, supports us week after week after week, unable to join us here in the auction room, of course. That is the wonderful Alison Stewart. So hi to you out there, Alison. We very much appreciate your support week after week. So just hang in there, champ. You're doing a good job up there. So you might be wondering what I've done there, folks. So I can tell you now, Alison fully understands exactly what that's all about. So hi, champ, and take care out there. One Manako Key, marketed by Miranda Horan. I saw Miranda around somewhere. There she is at the back of the room there. She was marketing the property at One Manako Key, Miranda, which was entered an offer to the vendor in the early stages of the campaign. That property was sold prior. We also had the property scheduled for number 9 in our 1 o'clock session here today, 164A Dixon Road. The owners opted to withdraw that property this morning from the auction program. We've got a very short window of opportunity to sell that property. Leon Santori is our marketing consultant from our Patmore office. If you know of anybody looking for a property like that, just make sure you contact Leon. It's a very short window of opportunity for you to purchase that property. In the meantime, we go straight on to 316 Work Road, Darrell Green from our Katikati office, and her team have been presenting this property, a superb semi-rural lifestyle enhanced by the stunning views that you see there on the screen. Imagine a lifestyle with those views and breathing in all the wonderful country air. No need to wear masks when you live in this property here at 316 Work Road. It is a freehold state, 4,900 square metres of land, more or less, is what's on offer. All described in record title say 65C, folio 467. Now, we do have authorised telephone bidding in place for this one. The documentation has all been secured. Just a quick reminder that the heat pump is as is, where is. Friday the 8th of July 2022 is your settlement date, and I have a couple of clauses just to refer to here, folks, and that is the purchasers acknowledge that you've been made aware of the neighbouring Pine development block and are happy and satisfied with your own due diligence as to how this may impact 316 Work Road, the property in question. Purchasers have been advised that the gas bottle under the bench in the kitchen servicing the gas hob and are aware that this does not meet standards, and purchasers are happy and satisfied with their due diligence on the property. Those disclosures all contained in a consent form, folks. If you haven't signed the consent form, you are bidding on the basis that you will sign that at the same time as you sign the contract. Any changes to the channels listed all there, Darrell? No. All is circulated up here on the screen. It's a north-facing home, obviously positioned on the site there to maximise your enjoyment of those wonderful views that I've made reference to, and of course you just bathe in that all-day sunshine with that northerly orientation. You've got an array of fruit trees that enhances the atmosphere around the very attractive home, clad in that easy care, warm-hued brick as well. So certainly a low maintenance option here for you. The opportunity for you to adopt a few hens, grow in the gardens or the greenhouse, well, that's what the lifestyle is really all about at 316 Work Road. The opportunity to embrace the good life in a popular and friendly community just a few kilometres from the wonderful city here of Tauranga, and of course Katikati Township in the opposite direction as well. 316 Work Road, where do we say go by? It's entirely up to you. Looking for an opening bid. Is it going to be you in the room, or is it going to be our telephone bidder with Darrell on the phone? Looking for a start now. Perhaps I could suggest a 1.1. So to get me underway at 1.1, would they like to start me away, Darrell, on the phone? 1.1. Right, not here to dilly-dally. I'll start your way then with a vendor bid now of $1,100,000, and we'll take $25,000 rises. The property certainly deserves that. At $1,100,000, opening the option here on a vendor bid for you to give you the opportunity to bid and buy here today. At 1.1, who takes me on with a quarter. At 1.1 it is. Make it 1.125. Are we in or out? First call. Second time. Third. Last opportunity, folks. Not here to dilly-dally. 1.125 it is then at 1.125 with me on behalf of the seller, not leaving it there, certainly treating the property with better respect than that. At $1,125,000, it always fascinates me why buyers go and view a property 2 or 3 times and then don't do anything about it. You're leaving yourself wide open to a conditional offer afterwards, folks. You will be competing if one of those comes forward from another buyer. First call now at $1,125,000, seeking another 25 rise, second time. Third, last opportunity, are we in or out? Going to treat the property with respect then, Darrell. Lifting it on behalf of the seller at $150,000 now. Still taking 25s at this juncture. Are they coming in now? First call now, because if they don't, I'm going to lift it once more on behalf of the seller, and I'm going to close the option. Second call now at $1,150,000. Third, last opportunity, are they in or out? Well, I'm going to treat the property with a bit of respect there, Darrell. At $1,200,000, I'm going to lift the bidding on behalf of the seller there to $1.2 million. Vendor bid. Once, twice, last chance for any participation. Otherwise, I close the auction. Auction's closed. A bit more work to do there, Darrell. Alright, we'll move straight on with property number 2 for our 1 o'clock session, folks. Number 7B Branch Road. 2 lovely ladies over here from our Mount Whanganui branch, Danielle Hayes and Miranda Horan, have been marketing this outstanding opportunity where the real surprise revealed within this refurbished homes are certainly hinted at through the artistic elements reflective of the origins of this beautiful property. It is on a cross-lease freehold described in record of title SA 43C, folio 521. Now the security system is non-operational, but it does stay. The sparkle doesn't stay. That is excluded from the sale. And at the request of the vendor solicitor, we have inserted a clause into the contract authorising early release of the deposit in accordance with the Real Estate Agents Act 2008. 21 working days from today's date, you'll still the settlement, bit of flexibility around that if you need an alternative date. I'm sure one of these lovely ladies will be able to facilitate that for you. Any other changes to the channels list? No other changes there. So you've got that spacious dining that flanks that upscale kitchen as well. So, you know, you've got wonderful facilities on the interior of the home. The open plan living room, well, that provides easy connection to the alfresco entertaining on that large north-facing deck. So if you love sun, then you'll certainly get it here. Perfect as a beach house for the holiday makers who chance to actually dream of having a holiday home in a wonderful location and a wonderful home indeed. Equally ideal for perhaps an executive couple or empty nesters looking for a retreat to set up camp. It really does facilitate a lot of different lifestyles. Withdraw to the outdoors with a good book or a coffee in hand of your own making, or certainly stroll down to the cosmopolitan buzz of Central Parade, and of course you've got the beach not too far away. The property I would suggest feels well and truly worthy of a bid on the northern side of 1.5. I think that's fair to say, isn't it, for a property of this calibre? Anything on the northern side of 1.5 gives you the opportunity to participate in the auction and make your lunch for the keys of 7B Ranch Road. Think about the location as well. A very popular location, excellent for resale. First call now for anything over 1.5. Second call. Third, last chance for cash participation here today. Obviously no cash here today, girls. I'm going to close the auction and we've got a bit more work to do, but I know you're going to have a sold sticker on that signboard very, very quickly indeed. A lovely home indeed.
Thank you, Graham.
You're welcome. Right, lucky number 3 for our 1 o'clock session, folks. 101 Park Street. As Chris Royal has been marketing this property here. You've got a near new building in the central city location now. It doesn't come much better than this, does it, Chris? It's just an absolutely stunning apartment. If you're looking for something like this, folks, do not let this opportunity slip you by, because I know once the value of this property gets out there in the marketplace, well, it's going to be snapped up very, very quickly indeed. So cash-wise, you get the first opportunity to buy a stratum and freehold, all described in the record of title 923012, and of course being a stratum and freehold, you bid on the basis we have provided you with the pre-contract disclosure statement in accordance with the all the requirements as far as stratum and freehold there. So 10 working days after today's date is your settlement date for this particular property. Chris, any changes to the channels list? No changes there. So it's a very modern home, this apartment, this one, folks. But I think the added benefit to this, Chris, is it's got 2 car parks. Now that is a rarity, folks. You've got 2 car parks on this. The other added bonus for this one is you've got the north-facing aspect there as well, so you secure those harbour views as well. You've got a very well-run body corporate here, but most of the apartments are all owner-occupied, so that's an added bonus here. The opportunity to walk into town to dine and fine cuisine, or take part of the city nightlife as well, all from home here. You can actually leave the car or the 2 cars at home, because you've got those 2 car parks, and walk into town. So 101 Park Street, folks, in your hands, buyers. Who says go on this one? It's a great opportunity and near new, so opportunities like this don't come up very often. Tightly held, these apartments in this particular one. First call now for an opening bid. Second time. Third, last chance for cash interest only. Has to be one of you in the room, folks. No registered phone bidders on this one. Obviously no cash today for this one as well, Chris. I'm going to close the auction. What sort of buying power do we need to be able to buy this? I think the public are going to be very surprised. If you're watching via the live stream, have a good listen to this and have a think about what I've said about it. What do we need, Chris?
Okay, Grant, today we're going to price the property at $1,049,000.
$1,049,000.
The bonus also being that the current owner has purchased and moved from the property, so we can provide immediate possession to the new owner.
So there you go, folks. It's all there, and I would suggest that you move very quickly on that. Very, very well priced at $1,049,000. Chris, I don't think it's going to last too long once that price gets out there.
Thank you, Grant.
You're welcome. Alright, so as we approach halfway through our 1 o'clock session today, folks, the next property up, 54 Mortlake Heights. Ranjit Singh from our Gate Par office has been presenting this property here. It's a solid brick and tile built by the reputable G.J. Gardner Homes, so there's absolutely no question about the dependability of this home here at 54 Mortlake Heights. It is described as a freehold estate, 561 square metres of land, more or less is what's on offer. 428565 is the record of title number that describes all the legal aspects of the property. Now the bedrooms in the the bedrooms at the main entrance, those curtains do not stay. Correct? And so I just need to clarify that the bedroom at the main entrance, yes, those curtains, they are not included in the sale. At the request of the vendor's solicitor, we have submitted a clause in the contract authorising early release of the deposit as well. 20 working days from today's date rented, bit of flexibility around that as well. Any other changes to the channels? No other changes there. You've got the 2 living areas that provide excellent family facilities in this home, folks. Functionality and practicality were clearly on the design radar when GJ Gardner Homes designed this particular home. Handy to all the lake facilities, including the walking tracks, the cycleways, or just a leisurely stroll around some of those man-made lakes out there. A wonderful, wonderful location indeed. So, in your hands, buyers, who says go on this one? Again, no registered telephone bidders on this one, so it's entirely up to you. First call for a start. Second time, last chance for cash interest. That's all the calling of the auction is for, folks. Just to give you the cash buyer's first opportunity. No? I'm going to close the auction random, so I'll hand that property back to you. You're going to have to do a little bit more marketing on this one to find the buyer, but I don't think it'll take you too long indeed. It's a great auction out there in the lakes. Thank you. Alright, next one up, number 1, Tauranga Road. It's been marketed by Barbara Sternberg and Ross Brown from our Bethlehem office as well. You've got where's the third wheel? Still turning. Had some surgery? Okay, we'll recognise the work of David Bloomhart working with Ross and Barbara out there for this one as well. Now, before I go any further and describe this property, folks, and confirm all the legal aspects, I need you to be fully aware that Barbara has got an appointment tomorrow with a buyer who has requested that appointment to submit a conditional offer to the vendors. Cash buyers, you get first chance here today for this property that's handily located in the eminently desirable suburb of Otamaroi. You've got the freestanding brick home that's unashamedly a child of the 80s. It is described as a cross-lease freehold property, all described in record of title SA 23A folio 158 and SA 26A folio 186. 20 working days from today's date, or such other date as mutually agreed between both parties, is your settlement date. It is a property that's definitely built to last. It's got the great bones, but maybe showing signs of a little age at this point in time. But really, that is a very, very easy fix for those with a bit of vision for the future and going forward. Plenty of evidence of what you can make from this type of property in this location as well, if you're into doing a little bit of renovation. It's fully fenced, so heaps of space for the poppets and pets to let off steam around the home as well. He even made plan to accommodate the boat, the trailer, the camper, and that can all be facilitated through the side entrance of the home as well. You've got a kidney down the road, you've got a bus stop around the corner, you've got a neighbourhood cafe where the locals like to hang out, just a short walk from your home here. So entry opportunity is into an enviable location is what you see there on the screen. Who says go on this one?
700.
Big pardon?
700.
$700,000. We're underway at the back of the room now. $700,000. I appreciate you starting there, man. It's 700. Happy to take a $20,000 rise from here at $700,000. Advancing me to 720. Will you? First call now. Second time. Third. Last opportunity for you to join us, folks. That's 720 now. Advancing yourself at the back of the room there. Good strong play too. That's $720,000. Still taking 20s at this juncture, folks. At $720,000. First call for an advance. Looking for 740. 740 we go now. At 740 it is here at the back of the room here. 740 000. At $740,000. Still chasing down another 20 if you will. First call now at 740 000. 60 is it there, man? At $760,000. At the back we go at 760. At $760,000. Here's your opportunity here today, folks. First call for an advance on 760. Otherwise we pause and talk at the back of the room there at $760,000. Second call now. Are we in or out? Third, final opportunity for you to join us. Otherwise we keep discussing with our starter bidder at the back there. In or out? At the back there, Karen, that's $760,000. Can you see if you can assist the lady, please? Right, pressing on folks, those negotiations on Tauranga Road are going to continue. In the meantime, we present to you 22B Burn Street. Kelly Ormsby from our Mount Maunganui office been presenting the property, doing a great job out there, as you always do there, Kelly. It's got a lovely northwest facing yard with a fabulous deck for that alfresco entertaining. It is described as a cross-lease freehold, all described in the record of title, so 21D folio 147. Now the 45 kg gas bottle does not stay with the property, and the blinds have been removed from the channels as well. We do have an additional clause, whilst I refer to that. I just remind you of the settlement date being the 6th of May or such other date as mutually agreed between both parties. Clause 23, a last minute addition, just ensuring that the purchasers be made aware that the Tauranga City Council holds no historical records for the closing of the carport, which is now shown as Garage 2 on deposit of plan SA 23558. Purchasers accept the property on this basis and shall not require the vendor to rectify the matter. So just making you fully aware of that. That's, any other changes to the tables list there, Kelly? No changes there. So a great home for first home buyers, or a great rental investment property in a very central location, nice and close to the Green Village, Mega Mitre 10 not too far away, New World and the Tauranga Hospital and schools are all within easy reach of this particular property here in Burn Street. The owners have renovated the kitchen and bathroom to a very nice level, so the home is just ready for you to just move in, unpack and commence your enjoyment of what it has to offer instantly. Motivated vendors, well, they're heading to the South Island. That simply throws open the door of opportunity wide open for any discerning buyer. Look at it up there on the screen there, folks. Cash buyers, you get first chance today. Who says go and what might your quantum be? Looking for an opening bid now for 22B Burn Street. First call for a start. So what, folks, you don't have to hold your breath when an auctioneer calls for an opening bid. Keep breathing. Second time. Third, last chance. Cash interest. Okay, nothing here today, Kelly. No surprises though. I'm going to close the auction. What sort of buying power do we need for this type of property? I mean, think about what's been done to the property and think about the location. Now think about all you're going to have to do is pay $735,000. That's all you're going to have to pay for this property, folks. So I would suggest that you get on the phone and talk to Kelly very, very quickly, because that property is not going to last very long indeed at that price. I think that's very, very well priced indeed. $735,000 buys it. Be quick. Alright, we'll move on through, folks. 17 Bell Street is the next one. Kelly Ixby from our Cherrywood office been marketing this property. A wonderful option here for you to purchase a 1950s cottage style home in a very, very popular central location. You've got the polished timber floors, the modernised kitchen and bathroom as well, all described in record of title SA 39A folio 263 as a cross-lease freehold property. The 5th of May 2022 or such other date is mutually agreed between both parties as the settlement date, and your channels list remains as you see there up on the screen and as circulated with the draft contract that was circulated out there. Now the owner has refreshed the insulation and completed the partial double glazing on the property as well. You've got that pot belly stove to ensure the winter months will be wonderful and toasty and warm in the home. You've got the modernised kitchen and bathroom, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, and most of the interior has had a bit of a facelift for you. You've got the good yard and the outdoor entertaining space, front and rear of the property, so good aspects there. What more could you ask for in a location that is so nice and handy to shops and schools? 17 Bell Street. In fact, Gordy, there's not very many properties come for sale in Bell Street, is there? In fact, I can't remember the last time we auctioned a property in Bell Street. That's great. Great location indeed, folks. In your hands, where do we say go for this one? Looking for the cash interest now. First call for a start. So all I'm here for as an auctioneer, folks, is to facilitate proceedings for you, the cash buyer. Second call, last opportunity, in or out. Well, no cash here today for this one, Kelly, so I'm going to close the auction now. I know we're going to price this property, Gordon, and this property is going to be priced at a mere $689,000. I think Kelly is going to be very, very busy when that price gets out there in the marketplace, and I suspect, Morty, when you get back to your office, you need to dig out a sold sticker and put it on Kelly's desk, because I think it's going to be used very, very quickly.
Are you sure it's in Tauranga?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is in Bell Street in Tauranga as well. 689 buys that one, folks. Alright, back we go for number 1, Tauranga Road. I have reviewed the bid now at $780,000. Just confirm that for me, please, ma'am. At $780,000 is the owner of the property. You're instructing me as the auctioneer now to sell to this lady down here at $780,000 for the want of a better bid. On the market it goes then at $780,000 and selling away down here. On the first call now at 780,000. Second call right here to dilly dally, folks. We're here to sell. Third, last opportunity. Are we in or out? Because I'm about to sell it. It goes. It goes. Congratulations to our sellers. Well, moving on for our last property for our 1 o'clock session here, folks, and then I'll hand over to Jordan at 2 o'clock for another 8 wonderful properties. But in particular, we now present to you 109 12th Avenue, marketed by Andrew Horrocks from our Cameron Road office. You've got a large 240 square metre family home here, more or less, that offers great options for you over those 2 levels. It is formally described as a cross-lease freehold, all described in record of title SA 34B folio 165. Now there was some documentation circulated stating that there were 2 garden sheds. There is only one garden shed that stays, folks. Let's be very clear on that. 5th of May 2022 is still our settlement date there. Andrew, any other changes to the channels list? No, it's all that's circulated there. You've got the 2 large living areas, one on each level. You've got the lovely wooden ceilings. As you see, they're just starting to fade away at the top of the screen. Absolutely superb indeed. Plus you've got the rumpus and you've got absolutely fantastic storage in the property as well. Spacious but original kitchen there. The option for you to add your own personality there, and of course that would add value as well. 12th Avenue, well, that's simply a fantastic location. Nice and close to many amenities like the local supermarkets, banks and cafes, all within walking distance of home here. So who says go for this one, and what might your quantum be? Who'd like to get me underway? Perhaps a $900,000 start. We're here 9 to get me underway. Happy to start away at $900,000 then on a vendor bid now at 900,000. Happy to take a $25,000 rise from here though. At $900,000, are we in or out? First call now at 900, looking for an advance of 25 if you will. Second call, are we in or out? Third, last chance for you to join us. Thank you, sir, at 9:25. You don't have to wait for the 1, 2, 3 all the time. You just keep it rolling there, sir. We're here to help you buy the property today. At $925,000 in the back left-hand corner, against everybody else here. No registered phone bidders, folks. It's entirely up to you in the room. First call now at 925,000. Second time. Third, last chance for a slice of paradise at 12th Ave. Have an advance on behalf of the seller, then sir, at 950, it's with me. $950,000, can't help you from here, away from my instructions at this juncture, and I'd have to say, fair to say, Andrew, away from the property's value at this point in time as well. At $950,000 on a vendor bid, here to help you today, folks. Do I hear 975? First call now at $950,000, are we in or out? Second call. Third, final opportunity, surely didn't come to a try-by, but probably at an EVES auction with just 1 bid, sir? No? Having lifted on behalf of the seller then at 975 there, Andrew, at 975,000.
Sorry, I didn't bid then, sorry.
No, I did on behalf of the vendor, sir. At $975,000, just elevating it and putting it into perspective of where it should be. At $975,000, requiring another $25,000 rise to assist you. First call now at $975,000. Having advanced you to $1 million, sir, and giving you the opportunity to talk to the sellers at that point in time. Second time. Third, final opportunity to invite you back in again, sir. No? Andrew, I'm quite comfortable lifting the bidding to $1 million on behalf of the sellers. It is 240 square metres of home. It is in 12th Avenue at $1 million on a vendor bid. If I don't get any further bids, I'm going to shut it down. Your opportunity is here. Once, twice, third, last chance, in or out. Close the auction. A bit more work to do there with that one there, Andrew, finding the right buyer for that. Well, that concludes our 1 o'clock session, folks, and we'll take a bit of a break now for about 25 minutes. Gordon will be back with you at 2 o'clock with another some more great options for you to buy here in the EVES auction room. We'll see you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to this afternoon's 2 p.m. session here at the EVES auction rooms. My name's Jordan Siderite. Absolute pleasure and privilege to guide you through proceedings for the next hour or so. A couple of introductions before we get started. Robin, she's going to assist with all the technology up here on the auction floor. And of course on the screen you'll see Grant, our National Auction Manager, and he took you through the 1 o'clock session. And I've got my team of negotiators here to assist in the negotiation of the auction floor should we get to a point where we're not quite where we need to be and we need to have a little negotiating to try and make a deal happen today. You see my negotiators there, Karen, Jill, Gordon and Mark, and Grant will jump in for the negotiating as well. Otherwise, we'll turn to the conduct. Before I do, just a quick point out that buyers and sellers guide provided and published by the REA. You should have received a copy by now. If you haven't, it is available out in the foyer should you wish further perusal. Other than that, as I mentioned, conduct of auction, well, it's pretty simple and straightforward. You'll see it on the screen in front of you, and it's also in that draft form of the agreement that was provided by your salesperson. Now, if you do wish to have further perusal of that, there is a copy out in the foyer as well. Otherwise, we'll look at it up here on the screen, and I'll clarify just a couple of things before we get started. Firstly, vendor bidding. Nothing to be afraid of here. Vendor bidding is just the vendor's ways of saying to you, through me, hey, appreciate your bidding, but at this point, your numbers they'll need to be a little bit north of where we're at here. Otherwise, I'll make it very clear and always well below our reserve price. Phone bidders, well, they'll need to be registered with the appropriate paperwork signed off, and I'll endeavour to point out any phone interest as we get along to each auction as well. At the conclusion of the auction, if you're our successful purchaser, we'll pat on the back to you, congratulations, but I do require just a little bit of your valuable time to sign the documentation, that's the memorandum of contract, and I need your 10% deposit as well. Well, I think that pretty well clears it up. Any questions in the room? Perfect. We'll get started if there's nothing, folks. First property up for offer this afternoon is 9 Robinson Street in KK. Now, Colin Stuart Rowe's done a great job marketing this property here. It's a great opportunity into the housing market in KK. Legally described as a cross-lease undivided half share of 721 metres squared, more or less. And secondly, an estate and leasehold, all details of which are located under that record of title being SA 93D folio 455. Chattels, pretty well as you see on the screen here, the excluded chattel of the stove, otherwise the light fitting, well they'll come off the sale, folks. No changes to the chattels list there, and settlement is down for 20 working days or by mutual agreement, is that correct? Yes. Perfect. Otherwise, folks, just a couple of things I'll bring to your attention there. Clauses for the terms of sale in the contract. 22.0 about the construction of a dwelling. Make sure you've become familiar with that one there. And 23.0 in regards to the defective flats plan. It was a late addition into the contract, so if you haven't seen that, please go and see Colin quickly now. But of course, you do bid today on the basis of cash unconditional. Any questions? Feel free to let me know along the way. Otherwise, we'll get started here. This one, well, it screams potential. Renovation potential, to be exact. And with a little vision, maybe some new curtains, carpet, whatever it be, well, what a great home this could be. Compact section means that it's easy care, while still leaving you a little bit of room to perhaps plant some veggie gardens or do a little bit of planting if you wish. Maybe even a barbecue sort of patio to entertain in, if you will. It's in a great location with the playground for the little ones just around the corner, and some of Katikati's great walkways, well, they're not too far away either. Who says go, folks? Looking for an opening bidder offer here now. Who wants to start us away? Don't be shy. Beautiful Thursday afternoon, opening bidder offer. Where do we go? 380. Thank you very much and welcome to the bidding at 380,000 now. And I'll look for a rise of perhaps a 20, if you will, folks. At 380,000 now, take me through to the big 400. At 380,000, looking for a 20 on the rise for the first time at 380,000 in the front. Second time at 380,000, looking for a further 20, folks. Third time, beautiful place here, 9 Robinson Street. Okay, no mistakes here. I'm going to place a vendor bid at 400,000, and I'll allow you back in at 420, if you will. At 400,000 with the vendor, give you a second to think it over. Think about the potential this property offers. First time 400 with the vendor. Pop a 20 on top, if you will. Second time. Third time, at 400 with the vendor, looking for a further rise.
Go 410.
410. Look, my instructions are pretty clear, but if you pop the 10 on top, absolutely, I'll prefer the 20, but I'll take the 10 if you will. At 410 then, over here in front to my right, first time at 410, and I'll offer the same courtesy back. At 410, do we see 420 in the room? Second time. Third time at $410,000. Any further interest? Okay, we'll pause. Negotiations just over here. Thank you, Karen. Just going to pause there, folks. Thank you very much, folks. The next property we have up for offer this afternoon, 23 Sea Spray Drive, and that beautiful Mount location. A great rental investment option, perhaps, or live in and collect that passive income from that self-contained sleep out. Legally described as a freehold estate of 622 square metres, more or less. Record of title being SA15V, folio 426. Joseph Goddard from our Mount office, he's been marketing this one. The channels, you'll see them on the screen there. Any late changes there, Joseph? No changes. And your settlement is down for 20 working days or by mutual agreement. Clauses, just one further term of sale I'll point out here, folks. A variation to the vendor warranty. So please make sure you have received a copy of that and you've done your due diligence and you're aware of the contract and that further terms 23.0. Good sized living area. Well, that really is an understatement, folks. A great sized living area with a warm fire to keep you absolutely cozy through those winter months. But also you've got that sunny conservatory as well. Tidy self-contained sleep out with your own power and facilities makes it perfect for a teenager perhaps, or you've got some friends who want to perhaps find a bed for the night from out of town. Well, there you go, set them up, ready to go. What more could you ask? Large site close to the beach, and of course that Bayfair shopping complex for any last minute. Oh no, I forgot to do the ironing. I'm running late. Hey, just buy yourself a new shirt. You live in such a great location. Why not pop down to the shop? Look, folks, you know the property. You know why you want it. Where do we go? Opening bidder offer. Who says go?
700.
700, sir. Thank you very much for your bid and welcome it in, but at that level, look, we're a little bit too south of where we need to be. I'll look for perhaps a number of at least 100 on the rise. We need to get a little bit north of there, sir. 700 at the back of the room, looking for the 100 here. First time, second time, 700 at the back of the room. Third time at 700,000. Well, absolutely. Vendor bid at 800, sir, and I need another 100 on top there. At 800 now, looking for another 100 to get me to the 9. 9 would be a pretty good starting bid, I would have thought anyway. But at 800 with the vendor now, first time. At 800,000, looking for a further rise, second time at 800. Third time at 800,000. No further increase. Okay, look, I'll place another vendor bid and we're at 900,000 here now, and we will need to be north, folks, if we want to have the opportunity to buy or at least have the chance to negotiate this one. At 900 now, and I say perhaps look for a rise again at 900 and say 50 if you will. At 900 now, we see a further 50 in the room. First time at 900 with the vendor. Second time at 900,000, further interest. Where do we go? Third time at 900,000. No, it's not there at 950 then. At 950 with the vendor bid. Make it very clear, folks, at 950,000 now. At 950, first time. Any further interest at 23 Seaspray Drive? Beautiful property on offer here at 950 with the vendor. Further interest in the room. Second time. Third time. No, okay, doesn't seem like we've got the cash here today, Joseph, but pretty clear that interest at a conditional level, or cash unconditional if you'd like to come back in, sir. It needs to be north of that number, doesn't it, Joseph? So, and understandably, a property like this would warrant a number far north of 950. So, Joseph, closing the auction, passing it back to you, and I know you've got some buyers who will be very happy to hear from you. Perfect, all the best with that one. Auction closed, folks. Thank you for joining us again this afternoon, folks. Welcome along, Jordan Sibright's my name. Absolute pleasure to guide you through. Welcome, of course, to our viewers on the live stream across the World Wide Web, and of course to you all in the room. Thank you all for being here today. The property we are auctioning next is 6 Astor Place. Now, this property, it's a great brick and tile option with a large flat contoured garden, perfect for running around if you've got the young ones in tow. Legally described as an estate and fee simple, that's freehold, 664 square metres, and secondly an undivided 1/3 share of 217 metres squared. Both the first and second estates being comprised and described in that record of title being SA 59C Folio 221, folks. Now, chattels, well, you've seen them up there on the screen. Any late changes to those chattels? No, as you said, folks, so you can bid with confidence. Settlement, well, that is down to 90 working days, or by mutual agreements, folks. Those are the terms you bid upon. No further terms to point out. You have that open plan kitchen and dining with that separate comfortable family living area. Great for sitting down with the kids and perhaps watching your favourite flick at the end of the night. What more could you want in a living room with a great entertaining space? Also boasting 3 good bedrooms plus the office or nursery, however you wish to use it, folks. On top of all of that, you have that great deck for entertaining and grilling on the barbecue, perhaps your favourite meat. I know steaks on the menu for me tonight. A large north-facing, fully fenced garden, excellent for pets or children, as I mentioned, folks. They can run, they can play, they can do what you like, and you know that they're safe. Quiet cul-de-sac location. Opening bid, where do we go, folks? Looking for it now. Who starts us away? Opening bid, folks. Don't be shy. Where do we go? We're a little quiet. First time looking for a start on this one. Second time at 6 Astor Place, welcome back. Third time, start us away if you will. Speak now or forever hold your peace. No cash here today. Okay, so we'll close that one down, pass it back to you, Paul. Great job marketing it, and you might just have to do a little bit more on that one. Thank you very much. Auction closed. Folks, I'll just take you back to our first auction for this afternoon's 2 o'clock session, which was 9 Robinson Street in Katikati. Now, we had some negotiation, we paused, had a little conversation. Can I confirm we've had an increase in bid to 415,000? Correct, they say absolutely. And confirmation on the phone, we are selling today?
Yes, selling today.
Selling today, they say. So, folks, here's your opportunity. We are on the market and we are selling at 415 to the lovely people down the front here. For the first time, if there's no further bids, we sell it away. Second time, make no mistakes, this property is for sale. Third and final time, the hammer is up. We are going. Sold. Congratulations. Congratulations to our viewers as well. And of course, if anyone's watching on the live stream, well, we're going to have to be quick to snap up a property like this. Thank you, folks. Congratulations to our new owners of that last home at 9 Robinson. I'm sure they'll be very happy. But with that, we move to this next property, 30 Macmillan Street in Katikati. Now, Grace Anderson, she's done a great job of marketing this property, and we commend her for her work on this one. A home glowing with warmth and comfort. Legally, a freehold estate of 927 square metres, more or less. Full description available under that unique identifier 131893. Chattels, any changes to those chattels up there? No late changes, folks, so there you go. And 10 working days, or by mutual agreement, is what you bid upon as far as settlement, folks. Make that clear. Otherwise, further terms of sale, just 22.0 as far as the vendor warranties, so please make sure you are fully aware of what that entails. Any questions along the way, as I say, feel free to let me know your questions or concerns. A generous family kitchen with that corner window allows that natural light to come in, folks, which is perfect. When you're baking, you've got that great bench space, and I tell you what, if you're anything like me when you're making some muffins or some cakes or slices, bench space is absolutely essential. Easy living, low maintenance and tidy home makes this suitable for families big or small, that's up to you. Located close to the AMP showgrounds, ideally located there in early January for that avocado festival or year round for the weekly farmers market, folks. Sensible brick and tile option. Who says go? We do have phone interest on this one, folks. Let you know that competition may be on the phone or here in the room. Starting bid, where do we go? Opening bidder offer. That's what we're after, folks. Late in the afternoon, we're all shy. Who wants to kick us off? Any interest on the phone over here? First time looking for that opening bid, folks. Second time looking for an opening bidder offer. Third, final time. Start us away if you will. All silent. Okay, closing the auction there. Pass that one back to you, Grace. A little bit of extra marketing to do on that, but I'm sure you'll get back to us with some pretty good news for ourselves. Okay, thanks very much. Well, folks, next property we have for offering this afternoon, 381 Welcome Bay Road. Janelle Cairns, she's been marketing this one, and a great job she has done. Private and tucked away on a good sized section, this one is sure to appeal. Legally a freehold estate of 927 metres squared, more or less, full description available under that unique identifier SA26C folio 64. Chattels, well, you'll see them on the screen there, no late changes to the chattels list, and settlement is down for 20 working days, all by mutual agreement, folks. A beautifully tiled floor, this light and bright north-facing home is positioned perfectly to capture that all-day sun. And I'll tell you what, as we get closer to the winter months, sometimes I think people forget how valuable that sun all day can be. Elevated for views of the Tauranga Harbour and overlooking the beautifully landscaped gardens that our owners have lovingly looked after, your fully fenced property has plenty to offer. Ample room for parking should the guests arrive for the weekend, or more garaging if you require it for all of your weekend toys. Folks, looking for an opening bid on this one here. Where do we start away? Surely it would warrant something in the 8s, I would think, as a starting bid. Of course, our sellers would prefer it to be in the higher end of the 8s, but look, I'll take instruction from you here. Opening bid offer. Who says go? First time looking for that opening bid. Any interest in the room? This is the cash, unconditional people we are looking for. You, the buyers, in that elite position. Do we see the interest here at 381 Welcome Bay? Second time for the opening bid or offer. Third time. No, okay, no cash in the room stage now. Great job on this one, but a little bit of extra work needed. Auction closed. Thanks very much. Thank you, folks. The next property for offer this afternoon, she's an absolute ripper, this one here. 112B Rustley Drive, proudly marketed by Kelly and Kyra Ormsby. A perfect property to meet all of your needs. Perhaps a family, I would think. Two-level cedar weatherboard home is waiting for the next owner to enjoy all of its comforts. Legally described as an undivided half share in 831 square metres more or less, and secondly as an estate and leasehold, all of which and more can be located under that unique identifier 51A folio 545 of the South Auckland Registry. Channels list, well, you see it on the screen there, no further changes to that, I haven't been advised, so that's what you bid upon, folks. And your settlement, well, that's down for 22 April or by mutual agreement. Clauses, couple of clauses I'll just point out here, just the one actually rather, 23.0. The purchaser acknowledges that notwithstanding clause 5.4 of the general terms, the keys will not be provided for the side door. Any further questions on that one there, feel free to come and let me know. Otherwise, folks, we'll get started. Sunny, open plan lounge with a wood burner for those cool winter nights that are on their way. Trust me, the fan in the summer, the heater in the winter, well, don't worry if you've got the wood burner, that will keep you warm, safe on the power. Nice private outdoor area, perfect for relaxing or entertaining. You've also got that great space around the back for the two or the four-legged friends to run and play. And of course, you know, partially renovated comes with plenty of benefits. You could add your own touch, but there's also been some effort put into it, which is always appreciated. Close to the schools, the Bayfair Mall, and easy access to the beach and the Mount and Tauranga CBDs. Folks, opening bid on this one here, where do we go? 112B Russley Drive. Great Mount Maunganui location. Opening bid first time. That's a first, that's a second time. We're all quiet in the room, folks. Here's your chance to buy. Third time looking for that opening bid or offer. No, close it down. Pass it back to you, Kelly. Great work on that one. A little bit of extra marketing, but I'm sure you've got some people who will be very happy to hear from you.
Thanks, Gordon.
Thank you. Thank you, folks. Again, welcome along to the EVES auction room and a warm welcome to our viewers on the live stream. 12 Stableford Drive. Ben Dickinson, he's done a great job marketing this one. Commend him for his efforts here. This well-loved family home on a flat site provides opportunities to add your own personal touch, but certainly happy to move in as it is, folks. Legally described under unique identifier SA63C folio 302. It's a freehold estate of 452 metres square, more or less. Channels, you'll see them on the screen there. Any changes to those ones there? No. And settlement is down for 20 working days or by mutual agreement, folks. Further terms of sale, just the one I'll point out there, 23.0. You've received the limit, you acknowledge no code of compliance certificate, as is whereas basis, no vendor warranties on that one. Any questions? It is in the copy of the agreement you would have been furnished, folks. Functionally designed and positioned well to attract the sunshine for warmth and for light, which, as I mentioned a little earlier, that light as we come into the winter months, well, how valuable that will be. Private and peaceful in a fantastic neighbourhood. That's what you want in a property, folks. You get the house and it comes with all those added bonuses of being located where it is. Located in the ever popular area, of course, in that Vice Park area there, with the handy access to the local amenities and set back off the road, which is also a little bit, a little bit quieter perhaps than if it was right on the road edge. Of course, you know why you like the property, so at this point I ask for an opening bid. Where do we start? Who says go? Looking for an opening bid now. Perhaps 740,000. Thank you very much, Pam. It's 740,000. And I'll look for a rise perhaps at this point. I think we'll look for a 50 from here. It's 740,000. Take me through to 790 if you will. It's 740,000 now. Looking for a further rise from here, folks. A little bit of work to do. But at 740,000, we welcome the bid first time. Second time at 740,000 here at 12 Stableford Drive. Looking for a 50 on the rise for the third time. Okay, vendor bid here at 790, man. Back at you again, I welcome you to come back in, but at 790 with the vendor, obviously the property deserves a little bit of respect, and of course we will give it that respect it deserves. At 790 then with the vendor, first time at 790,000, that's a first, that's a second time, looking for another 50 here folks, third time at 790,000 with the vendor. Okay, as I say, property demands respect, of course, so I'll place that vendor bid again, and we'll go 840 here now. At 840 with the vendor, man, if you want to be in a position to buy today, your numbers, they'll need to be a little bit north of mine here. First time at 840, and I'll welcome in a further bid. Second time at $840,000 now, looking for a further rise. Third time, we'll need to be on top of this if you want to have an opportunity to negotiate. At 840, no further interest. Okay, what I'll do then, I'll place a vendor bid. We're going to place it at 900,000, folks. At 900,000, I'll call it away. First time, second time at 900 with the vendor. Third time at 900,000. Okay, no, it doesn't seem we've got the cash at quite the right level here today, so closing the auction there, pass it back to you, and a little bit of further negotiating off the auction floor there. Good work on that one, auction closed. Well folks, welcome to the auction for 10A Aintree Place. Jan Booth, she's been marketing this one diligently, and her hard work, well, I'm sure it will pay off at some point or another, and hopefully here in the auction room this afternoon. Immaculate, solid and sunny first home or investment property perhaps. That's up to you how you wish to use it, folks. Legally described as a cross lease having an undivided half share of 652 metres squared, more or less. And secondly, an estate and leasehold, both of which the full descriptions are available under that unique identifier being SA52C Folio 750. Chattels list, well, you'll see it on the screen there, the blinds, the curtains, etc. No late changes to that chattels list, perfect. And 20 working days or by mutual agreement is the settlement term that you bid upon, folks. Elevated and landscaped section with a great little patio to enjoy your morning brew in the sun. Maybe it's a cup of tea, maybe it's a cup of coffee, or hey, small problems when you live in such a beautiful home. Sun-drenched, easy care, relaxed living with those amazing polished concrete floors, a personal favourite of mine, and take a look at the photo there folks, how could you not enjoy a property like this? A great mount location in a quiet cul-de-sac, close to all levels of schooling, the Bayfair Shopping Centre, Omanu, all the Mount golf courses, and of course the beach. What more could you ask for folks? 10A Aintree Place. Opening bid, where do we go? Who starts us away? First time looking for that opening offer. Second time. Don't be shy, folks. Third time opening bid. Opening offer. Okay, no. Closing it down, passing it back to you, Jen, and I'm sure you'll have some good news for us in the very near future. Perfect. Thanks. Folks, as we come to a close of the auctions for the day, let's just pause and have one final chance to buy a beautiful piece of paradise here in the Bay of Plenty. 208 Castlewood Drive, proudly and perfectionly marketed by Nicholas Maloney. Great job on that one there. Stately grandeur with high-tech features in a highly sought-after Bethlehem neighbourhood. Legally described as a freehold estate of 602 square metres, more or less, record of title being 128286. Chattels list, well you'll see it there, it's pretty extensive, no late changes to that chattels list, absolutely not, and 20 working days is the settlement that you bid upon, folks. Only other further term I'll just point out, in accordance with the vendor's solicitor's request, we've put in an early release of deposit clause there. 2 living rooms. Well, the 2 living rooms are well configured for media viewing, one having an automated projector screen descending from the ceiling with that integrated Bose sound system. How good would that be, folks? The designer kitchen is ample in size and features granite bench tops, on-trend fixtures and fittings. How could you forget that wine fridge? Perfect for your Hawke's Bay Chardonnay, or maybe treat yourself to a bottle of Dom Perignon. With plenty of off-street parking, this fully fenced property is beautifully framed by the cypress trees either side of the driveway. A home like this commands attention from elite buyers such as yourselves. Folks, who wants to start us away looking for an opening bid on this one? First time looking for that opening offer. Start us away, who says go second time? Third time opening bid. Do we see it here? Cash buyers, that's you. Okay, we'll close the auction there, pass it back to you, Nicholas. And of course, if you're watching on our live stream, well, maybe you like the look of this one, give Nicholas a call and I'm sure he'll be able to sort out a viewing for you. Thank you very much. Auction closed. Good work. Of course, our viewers on the live stream, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again next week for some great auctions. Thank you all for joining us here.